Greetings of peace, my friends. Dr. Z here, greeting you in light, love, peace, and harmony. Is there something that you want to accomplish that you haven't accomplished? Maybe you've wanted to write a book for a long time, or you want to get a promotion, or you want to have better relationships or better health. You know you need to exercise, but you haven't been exercising, right? Things you know you're supposed to do, but you haven't done it. Well, we all have those things, right? So the thing is, today we just want to talk to you about asking for help, right? And get a coach. You know, anything that you want to accomplish, any person that's really successful in this life, they have a coach. They have a mentor. In fact, they might have multiple coaches and multiple mentors because they're willing to invest in themselves to achieve what it is that they want to achieve, to achieve that God-given vision and purpose for their lives. Anybody know what I'm talking about here? If you do, put a comment in there, right? Purpose. So I have a number of coaches because I've this year decided I'm going to invest fully in myself and in our business to help people transform their lives and their businesses. So I had a coaching session today, and it's a group coaching with a bunch of really brilliant people, business people, like-minded people. And community is really important when you're talking about getting support. So some of the things that were talked about really is, if you know that you're supposed to be doing certain things, but you're not doing them for whatever goal that you have for your business or any other area of your life, right? Well, if you're not doing those things you're supposed to do, then that's probably going to show up in other areas of your life too. Because, the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. The way we do one thing in one part of our lives is the way we do other things in other parts of our lives, because we get stuck in habits of behavior. But even before the habits of behavior, we get stuck in our belief systems and our thoughts and our feelings that give us the energy to do or not do, right? That mindset stuff leads us to action or inaction, which ultimately gets us the results that we get. And those results reinforce whatever those beliefs are. Those beliefs can be negative or they can be positive. Right? So, this idea of asking for help, even in basic things, because if you know you're supposed to be doing something and you're not doing it, then that equals being stuck. And the longer we stay in stuck, the longer it takes us to accomplish what it is we want to accomplish. So many high achieving people, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're brilliant, you've got knowledge, you've got skills, you've got wisdom, and you think you can figure it out on your own, right? This is like, I don't know, it's kind of like an immature way of being in this world to think you can figure it out on your own. It's kind of like, grandchildren. They want to do everything on their own, right? Little kids, even though they need support from parents and everybody else in order really to accomplish anything. And so this idea of I can figure it out, if it's something that you're trying to figure out, then you probably don't really need to figure it out. You need to get some help. Because if you could have figured it out already, you would have figured it out, right? Yes, it's true. So we go through different things in our life. If you're feeling overwhelmed now, which a lot of people are in this time of uncertainty, if you're feeling overwhelmed in any area of your life, then you're probably feeling the same way in some other area of your life. So the idea is really asking for help, right? Get a coach. It doesn't have to be me. It could be me, but it doesn't have to be me. But get a coach that's going to help you get to where it is that you want to go, because, like I said, if you could have figured it out, you would have figured it out already. And a lot of times, it's not even about you trying to figure it out. Like I was talking to somebody today, and he was saying, well, I need a plan. I don't know how to get where I want to get to, but I need a plan. And yeah, planning is important, but that's not really the key, because planning has to do with strategy, and we've been conditioned to think that strategy is everything. There's just one magic pill, one magic strategy that if I use this, that's going to get me where I want to go, and that's not the truth. The truth is 80% of it is your mindset, the way you're thinking. And so, I asked for some help today, and it really came, I'm going to be a little vulnerable. It came because I grew up in a situation where there was a lot of self judgment and post punishment and emotional pain. And so that got into me, you know. And I developed some beliefs about myself, judging myself, and that led to low self-confidence and low self-esteem. Anybody know what I'm talking about here? Right? Where you think you should be further along than where you are, or you think you can't do it, or you think you're not worthy, or you think you don't deserve it, right? And so I know that my core program that stifles me and limits me is self-judgment. Self-judgment. And so sometimes, throughout my whole life, I would do things that maybe weren't the best thing so that I could judge myself. So, for example, we're making a lot of investment in myself. In fact, Warren Buffett said the best investment that you can make is an investment in yourself. So, I'm making investments in myself. The business is making investments in the business. And we've got so much going on that I'm feeling like I'm overextending myself in time and money. Anybody know what I'm talking about here? If so, put a comment that, yeah, overextended, right? And we appreciate your comments or your likes or your loves, because the more activity that we have in this, those of you who are on or those of you who are watching, the more activity, then Facebook has a way of shooting this out to more people. And these messages that we have that are life changing, we want to get to as many people as possible. So, we ask you to like, to comment, to share, to help us push this out into the world so that we can all live more of our potential. Get out of this fear-based living that we have, that I have, that you have, that many people have, that's manufactured in society, so that we can live with more spirit, more love, and reach more of that potential, that God-given human potential and power that you really have. That's our mission, our vision in life. So, being in this kind of mindset of overextension and recognizing that it's coming from my core program of self-judgment, the coaching that I got in the group was, hey, you got to release the self-judgment, right? Release the self-judgment. Now, it's hard for us to release limiting beliefs that are holding us back, because we've been operating on them for so long, right? We believed that I wasn't good enough, or maybe you believe you weren't good enough. So if you believe that, then you think that way, then you feel that way in any area of your life, and it trickles over to other areas. And then that feeling and that energy is going to lead you to act a certain way, or to be in inaction or procrastination. And then you get the results that you get, positive or negative. They reinforce those beliefs. And so this belief around self-judgment, the thing for me now is to release that. Whatever your core program or major limiting beliefs that you have. And again, we have tools and exercise to help you figure out what that is. Otherwise, you're just going to stay round and round and round and round. And you look up a year later and 2 years later and you're doing the same thing. Right? Because your brain is focused in a certain direction. And so the thing about what Dr. Z does and is called to do and offer to you is a combination of the best personal transformation training that's out here. It's leading edge, and brain science, and divine instruction, or I'll say universal laws. And this combination of these three things is what differentiates us, and why our clients are having breakthroughs after breakthroughs after breakthroughs, and why I've been having the best year of my life in business, and even in other areas of my life, right? Because of the techniques we use. So the idea of releasing self-judgment really is allowing myself to be more merciful and compassionate with myself. See, some of you need to be more kind. You need to be more gentle. You need to be more merciful and compassionate with yourself. And stop judging yourself and stop, beating yourself up because of some past thing that's happened, the guilt or shame that you might feel. All of that is false anyway. It's not even true. But we need techniques. We need a coach, someone to help us understand where we're stuck and how to get unstuck. So I'll offer you, if you are interested in figuring out where you're stuck, we have a free mindset tool. It's a quiz, short quiz, and I'll be happy to send it to you. If you want it, just put in the comments quiz, and I'll be happy to send it to you. It doesn't cost you anything, but I believe when you do it, there'll be some revelations for you that will help put things in order, so you can see where you're stuck, and we'll also give you some suggestions on how to get unstuck from that fear-based living that's sabotaging your life. So we just wanted to come on and share. Get a coach. Ask for some help. Don't be so proud that you're not humble enough to be vulnerable and ask for help. Because when you do that, when you ask, the answers are going to come. In fact, the divine instruction, the universal law says that, God says that he responds to the call of the caller when they call, right? So whenever you are asking for anything, ask the Creator, and when you're asking, he's going to respond to you, right? Using any of the spiritual forces, any of the things in creation that all belong to him to come to your aid. But when you ask and he responds, then your job is to respond with obedience and trust, right? So that you can be guided. So let's all ask for help for what you need. If you have some questions, put your questions in here. Ask. We'll respond. I read all the comments. And again, if you want to hook up, have a short conversation, just go to superperformance.as.me. If you want the quiz, type quiz in the chat. And I hope you have a continued blessed day in life. Let's ask for help and become what it is we really are here to become and do.